So we live on the East Coast, which means we're going to be doing a lot of trail riding in woods. So I went ahead and got this Moose Racing Contour aluminum handguards. And with that, I got these red Moose Racing hand deflectors as well. We're going to attach those to the handguards and just be able to provide a little bit more protection for their hands when they're riding. All right, so for the aluminum handguards, first we're gonna loosen up these two screws right here, which I've already done. We're gonna slide this out, and then we're gonna retighten these, and then we're gonna cut the very end of this off. So we cut the end of this rubber grip off. Now we gotta cut a little bit of this throttle tube in here. All right, so we just cut the end of the plastic tube off. Now we're gonna clean up this edge, and we're gonna make sure this is all cleaned out. We're gonna vacuum that out, get all the extra little pieces and burrs out of there. So we got the end of the throttle cleaned up here. Now we're gonna loosen these screws. We're gonna push this throttle back into position, and then we're gonna tighten it back up. So next we're gonna take this aluminum handguard. I put on the rubber piece, the rubber hose piece over the bolt, and then we use this serrated nut on the end. And we're gonna put that into the grip here. We're going to tighten it up and make sure that this handguard is parallel with the ground with the bike standing straight up. So we tighten the end of this up with the supplied Allen wrench. Now we're going to twist the throttle, make sure it pops back into place. Make sure there's a little bit of clearance over here. We don't want that to get stuck. So that feels pretty good on this side. So now we're going to work on attaching this to the bar down here. All right, so we got the first one on. So originally I had tightened this one all the way up, and that kind of made it hard to get all this into position. So I went back, I loosened this one up. I attached this piece to the handguard. I made this kind of loose. I made this connection loose. And then I was able to find where this part could actually mate up to the handlebars. And then so I slowly got these on, and then once I got everything kind of loose, I just kept tightening all around until it was tight on all sides. So we got the first one done. Now we're gonna move to the clutch side. All right, so here's what I'm talking about. This is the assembly ready to put on there. We have the rubber hose. We got the serrated nut right there on the end of this bolt. And then we got this rounded head bolt holding this on. Everything is kind of loose. We're going to go ahead and fit that on. We got the end of this one cut off, and then we'll push this back against it once we get that into place. All right, so in order to get the Allen wrench on here, we're going to have to loosen the brake up here so we can kind of pivot this out of the way. So we got the throttle side done, we got the clutch side done. And next we're going to actually put on the little hand deflectors. So for each side of the hand deflectors, we have the hand deflector itself. It's going to go right on there with Moose Racing side up. And we got 4 bolts and 2 little mounting brackets. So we're going to tighten that up real quick with Phillips head screwdriver, and we'll get right back. So we got the first one mounted up. You just put the 4 bolts in the front and these 2 mounting brackets on the back. So we got the aluminum handguards on, and we got the plastic hand deflectors on as well. So when I installed the aluminum handguards, I had to actually mount under this brake cable on here, and I had to mount under this one as well for it to be able to work. So we've had the bikes for a few months. I am really glad that we got these handguards on here. They not only protect from, let's say, if you bump into a tree, but it really helps when the kids keep dropping their bikes. So it catches this a lot of times, and this is kind of scuffed up, and it's not bending the clutch and the brake and stuff like that. So I'm very glad that install these Moose Racing hand guards and hand deflectors on here. So if you like this video, remember to subscribe and please like the video. It'll really help us out.